It's like, I think this film is really trying to market itself towards like fishing enthusiasts.
Yeah. And you know what's weird? Also, we say fishing hook. Like, I think most people are probably thinking of like the hook that like, I know what you did last.
It's on
summer.
on the poster is
okay.
an actual fishing hook. Like,
yeah,
I know what you did last summer. But then in the movie, it's just like a giant lure.
YouTube, what is up? It is Drive-By Movies with another direct-to-dumpster movie. This week, we're checking out Blood Hook. I am James.
My name is Blaise.
So, this is a 1986 Troma classic, or is it a classic?
It's a Troma film.
Yeah.
It's a classic because it was made in the year 1986 or released in the year 1986.
The year that Stranger Things takes place. That's what makes it classic. Like, I clapped when I saw it was in 1986.
It's the epitome of the 80s. It's 86, right?
Yeah.
89 is the worst 80s year.
Right, yeah.
Like,
that's I think where when the Goldberg takes place, that show, the Goldbergs, I'm like, how long are they going to stay in 89? And that was the big mistake of that 70s show. They made it take place during like 78 or something. I'm like, yo, you only got 2 years. Like, these people are aging quick.
Yeah, I guess. But when it comes to Blood Hook, it is, as you said, a Troma movie. It takes place, kind of the plot is about, it's at a summer camp. It's a slasher style movie.
Yeah.
But this kind of killer is this, it's like a fish hook. That's literally, or like a bait hook.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like a fishing lure.
Well, also the thing is, the killer is literally just a dude. Like, I'm used to it, the Troma movies that I have seen, which is only 3 of them, is I'm used to like monsters and weird, like toxic, like the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah,
weird creatures or freaks and stuff. And this is just a weird dude.
Well, I mean, if you like Troma movies, if you like what you've seen, it does have something that a lot of Troma movies have. Blood Hook does have a punk in it.
Really, Mr. Durst, there's nothing that weird about me. Just think of me as a normal guy in a costume, like a clown.
You can't have a Troma movie without there being like a punk in it.
Yeah.
And I did love like this punk. He's all like, some guy doesn't understand him, an older, more conservative character that's like, just like, why are you dressing like that? Why you look like that? And he's just like, just think of me like I'm wearing a costume.
Yeah.
And it's like, I guess.
Yeah. And I like that it also has that like trope of it being in like a small town. Also, that always seems to be a thing with the ones I've seen, at least. Yeah.
And I think this was trying to like go on that whole like summer camp feel, but it's more of like a summer vacation feel.
Right.
Like almost feels like a National Lampoon's Vacation movie.
It does, yeah. And this one like plays heavily in the comedic aspect too. Like, some of the jokes, like, for me, weren't landing. Like, I'd say this one's a little more tame and not as over the top, even though it is a very over the top like weapon that he uses.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I think this film is really trying to market itself towards like fishing enthusiasts.
Yeah. And you know what's weird? Also, we say fishing hook. Like, I think most people are probably thinking of like the hook that like, I know what you did last.
On the poster is an actual fishing hook. Like, I know what you did last summer. But then in the movie, it's just like a giant lure.
He's literally throwing his fishing pole at people and it's getting stuck on people's bodies. And the final showdown at the end of the movie did have me dying.
Yeah, I don't understand where the concept came from.
Yeah.
Like, I really wonder, like, okay, there's nothing really into like an actual hook. That's that's kind of scary. Like, think of like those people that, suspend themselves like hook from their back. Like, it's like, ugh.
Yeah. Just that idea.
A lure, like, I don't know if I'm as like scared of that. I just like, Okay. It looks like kind of, this one doesn't look like a fish, but you know those little lures that look like
Right.
fish.
Yeah.
So
But it is a bigger one though. Like it is like a over the top like fishing hook.
like it has like 3 bobbles on
Yeah.
it or whatever those bobbers.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been on the lake, but
Yeah. So overall though, this movie is directed by Jim Mallon, and the plot is just basically this fisherman, like he's collecting bodies and using them as bait for his fish, and he's trying to get like the biggest fish ever for a contest. And the whole town is down with it towards the end of the movie. Like after what's it called? They see what kind of fish was it?
I'm assuming it's a bass.
It had a weird name. Like I'm not a fish person. I fucking hate seafood, but it's like Swishers or not Swisher Swedes, but
The fish was
Swedish fish. Yeah.
Fisher, Swedish fish.
Yeah, it had some kind of weird name, like with the swishy swoosh sound. But I just remember that, like, yeah, at the end of the movie, just the whole town is like all for it. Like, oh, he had the biggest fish. He deserves to win the contest. Who cares if a few bodies got in the way? And then, our final showdown. Yeah, we just get the main character just upset about his friends getting killed. But some of the effects were kind of cool. I remember the bodies being underwater was pretty zombie-like.
Definitely. I have to say, like, when it comes to, you know, being in the dumpster or not, this doesn't really hold up with the other Troma movies. And I also don't feel like it really nails the whole, like, I feel like they were going, even though it's not a summer camp, like I still feel like they're going with the whole like summer camp vibe. Like you have like Sleepaway Camp or Friday the 13th films.
And the Burning.
The Burning. I feel like it's trying to go for that kind of thing, even though it's more like a family oriented vacation lake movie with like a fishing contest. Yeah. But I just don't feel like any of those things really hold up as much. And I mean, it's not like it's not the worst movie ever. It's definitely not shot interestingly enough to keep your attention span. But it's not the worst thing we've watched on this show. You can still see things going on. It's not like the Mistress of the Apes where you literally can't tell what's going on the screen.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you're also knowing what you're getting into with Troma films, and this one, like, it does hit a lot of the Troma notes that you're probably expecting. Actually, was there any nudity? Yeah, I don't think there was any nudity in the movie.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, it's lacking in that department compared to other Troma movies, I guess. But yeah.
True.
I like that. I hope you understand.
Not that I care, but
if that's what you care about,
that's what you care
like
about,
specifically you, if
movie.
That's what you care about, then
this movie's not for you.
No, you, not the audience. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Being that you brought it up.
Yeah. Actually, now I feel like a weirdo bringing it up. But yeah, I think with this one, I mean, we literally watched, like, it's on Amazon Prime, but like all the movies we watch, but this felt like we were really watching just like a VHS rip of it.
Yeah, there's like weird interlaced lines throughout the film. The transfer is not that good. Yeah. Like it honestly felt like I was watching it off like a DV camcorder. Yeah. Like, and I was hitting play. Right. It's just it's kind of weird. Yeah. I don't think the quality I don't think it holds up. I mean, it's clearly shot on VHS, but it just doesn't really hold up as much as like some of the other films we watch, even Troma films. Like I even feel like Endgame looked better than this. Right. But that's probably because it was shot on film. Yeah. So, I mean, I wouldn't dig it out of the dumpster personally, but I feel like it's still kind of going to be at the top, just waiting for somebody to click on it. You can watch it on Amazon Prime if you're interested, but I think we have reviewed a couple great films in the past. Yeah. So
they're rare, but they're out there, and this one's not one of those rare ones. It was a fine watch and better than some of the trash we have watched. But this one wasn't painful to watch, but it's just a bland one, I felt like. So that's going to do it for this week, folks. Be sure to tune in next Thursday and subscribe to us if you haven't already. We have new videos every Thursday, and follow us on Twitter at DriveByMOV. See you guys next week.